Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bianca and today we are going to make another costume. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that Copper Top Ink and I are going to be working on the 4th Copper Top Ink costume ball. But this year it's a little bit different. We have one prompt per week. Now you can interpret that however you'd like. For us, we were thinking, because it is a costume ball, and to allow people to have more than enough time to work on their costume or their drawing, we'll just do one prompt a week. That helps me a lot because I do make my costumes and sometimes it can get a little bit hectic, especially because I do work a full-time job. So today we are going to work on a toy costume. And this costume is inspired by the amazing Savannah Alexandra art. I've already made a costume inspired by her cursed pinup, the Toy Story alien, and you can check that video out either here or here. I think it's gonna be here. It's always a lottery. She has a sheet with all of these toys from the 90s, and I am a child of the 90s. I saw the Furby costume and again, I just thought it was absolutely gorgeous that I would love to recreate it. And as you can see, she also has the Sky Dancer in that sheet, and I've already created a costume for that. I will also link that in the cards above, so you can check that out after you watch this video. So what's the plan to make this costume? I'm going to use this pattern. Again, I purchased this one from Stephanie Canada. I purchased this pattern from Stephanie Canada's website, backroomfinds.com, and the view that I'm going to work on is this one right over here, view 3. In terms of the fabric, you all know that I love Remainders of Pasadena, and that's where I got the majority of this fabric, if not all of it. We have a little bit of pink fuzz here, and then this other one right over here. This one, unfortunately, is really a small amount. Like, I don't think that I'll be able to use this because that's all I have for this one. We may not use this, but I wanted to show this to you. This one, again, it's not a lot and it's not really furry, like actual fur, but maybe we can use this one. I don't know. The base of the costume is going to be made out of this fabric right here. Now, I'm going to show it to you in a sec, but stick with me, okay? This one right over here. So this fabric is kind of fuzzy. I grabbed this because I've seen this at Remainders Pasadena for probably over a year, and I would keep looking at it like, should I get it? What would I make with it? I don't know. But because I couldn't find any more of this type of fabric at Remainders, and I wasn't gonna go to buy it at a shop like Joann's because it's expensive, I thought, let's grab some of this and see if we could like paint it. I am not sure if it would take for dye, so I'm thinking maybe we could spray paint it. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. There are some gray Furbies out there, I've seen them, but I really like Savannah's interpretation of like that really cute blue. So we'll try to make it with this and one of these pink ones. I haven't figured out what I'm gonna do for the eyes though. So we'll get to that when we get to it. But that's the plan. So let's start on cutting up our pieces and start making this costume. If this is content that you do enjoy, please make sure to give this video a like and consider subscribing to see more videos like this one. All right, let's get started. The first thing I do is grab my pattern pieces and start tracing them. This is a different view than the alien costume, and it only consists of 3 pattern pieces. Once I have these traced out, I went ahead and started cutting them out of my fabric, but that's for day 2 because this was all I did for day 1. Cutting this fabric was super messy. You can see the fuzz all over my table. I was constantly cleaning that up. Another thing that I noticed is that Nebula loved this fabric. At any time I set it down, she just had to lie down and sleep on it. So you'll see a lot of her helping me with this pattern. Because Savannah Alexandra drew her Furby with a glove, I thought, all right, I'll try making a glove myself. So I grabbed a glove that I had in my stash and started cutting these pieces out. You'll see how that turns out. right, so I just pinned the piece together and Nebula is still trying to sleep on it. I'm sure it's like super comfortable for her. I pinned all of the pieces in the back just to see if it'll fit, like if I could just slip it on rather than putting a zipper in the back. The little alien costume that I made a few weeks ago, I don't know when I'm gonna post this video, but the little alien costume I made, I think I could have done without the zipper. So if I had just put it as a slip, that would have been fine. Yeah, I'll try it on and see if it works. All right, so this is it with the very few pins that I was able to keep in. I think it'll fit if I do sew it. We'll test it out, obviously, but I tried doing it with the pins, but they were attacking me all over. I mean, look at this. This is now just like a one shoulder thing here. I think this will be more than enough for me to wear instead of having to put a zipper, because this fabric is ugly. Like, I don't like it. It's super messy and I don't like mess. So it's making me very nervous. It's just, I don't like all of the fuzziness that it's leaving behind. Yeah, but I think this is gonna work if I just do it without a zipper, because I really don't want to deal with a zipper with this fabric. So I'll do that. I don't know if I'm gonna actually do the gloves anymore. We'll see if it's easy to sew, because if it's not, I'm not doing it. All right, let's go to the sewing machine. Look at Nebula. She's just the best assistant. Just want to show you how Nebula absolutely loves this fabric. She lies down immediately when I'm done with it. But I'm not done with it. I need this, baby girl. I'm sorry, baby. And I don't know if it's illegal, but I'm pretty sure it is to move a cat. But I'll see if I can get her in a better spot, like another piece of fabric. I think she's happy. Now that Nebula is taken care of, I pressed the back seam of this piece and pressed my collar piece as well. I then pinned the side seams and started sewing those. This is what it's looking like so far. I did a lot of time lapse because I figure you guys have already seen me make something very similar to this, and it is really only 3 pieces. I just have to put the elastic on the little legs and the snaps down here. I didn't need a zipper, thank goodness, because I didn't want to deal with that. I really like how the fur is almost matching in the back. It was a bit tough getting this through my head, but it stretches, so I was able to do it, but my headband came off, so we got a big head of hair today, and that's okay because I love my hair. So now, the thing I have to do is try to figure out what color I want this Furby to be. Some of the original Furbies, or I think, were gray, and they had like a really cute pink belly. So technically I could just leave it gray and put the little pink belly that Nebula is sleeping on. I did buy some spray paint for it, but I don't know. I think I kind of want to go with the gray. I never had a Furby doll. I always remember it being gray and like pink with like a pink or white belly. Did you have a Furby? And if you did, like what color was it? Put it in the comments below, because I never had one, but that's the one that really like stands out in my mind right now. So I may just leave it like this. We'll see. But yeah, so I'll try to do the gloves. Nebula will keep sleeping. Good morning. It is the second day, I think it is, or the third, I don't even know. And I didn't work on those gloves yesterday. I went to get lunch and then worked on another costume. If I have that video out, I'll put it here or here or here or here or here or here, here. I'll put it somewhere on this video. I had already trimmed up some of the elastic and I wish I could bring this up, but Nebula is on it again. She's just gonna be living there now. I cut out some elastic, but I don't think I'm gonna be using that. Just because this isn't gonna be an outfit that I'm going to use, and I'd rather save my elastic for another outfit that I will use. Like I can definitely reuse the little alien costume because I didn't sew on the logo. So I'm unpinning this as I speak. Hopefully today I will be able to just kind of hem that edge in between the legs and trim up the belly and work on those gloves. I'm honestly like, I don't even want to make the gloves. I don't know what's going on, but I kind of don't want to work on this today, but I have to work on it. All right, I'm gonna go get these gloves and hopefully start on that or the belly. I had to sew the inside of the legs for this piece and I sewed the gloves. I don't know where I have that footage, but don't worry about it. Let me show you how those turned out. I just sewed one of the gloves and let me just show you. It doesn't fit. The glove doesn't fit because who has this? I mean, I'm sure someone has a skinny hand. I don't have this skinny hand. I don't know what I was thinking. It just like won't even budge and the fingers won't either. So I don't think I'm gonna be doing these gloves. Ooh, very Grinch-like. It would have looked so cool though. You know what? Maybe I'll cut it here and then just put like a black glove in there instead. I don't know. The gloves aren't coming out the way I wanted them to. And this is my first time ever making gloves. Can you tell? In the meantime, I'm gonna start working on making the belly. Yeah, we'll see how far we go today. All right, so I decided to put the piece on and here's how the glove looks. Like it's on its last thread. How do we like the glove? I think it looks okay. I'm still deciding. So what I'm gonna be doing now is trying to see where this will fit. I had cut it this way, right, as you saw. I think that might be the best way because if you think about it, the eyes are gonna be like up here and the mouth, it'll be like a cute little pink belly. Yeah, I think this will be fine. I should have done this before I sewed it all together. Otherwise, it's gonna be real difficult to put it through the machine. All right, I'm gonna cut this up and hand stitch it. Sure, girl. Okay, I just sewed the pink belly. Let me show you. I sewed it via machine because I didn't want to deal with it by hand. And I'm looking at Savannah Alexandra's drawing now, and she has it drawn all the way to the bottom, like right over here. It's a lot bigger of a belly. And then I researched the Furby, and they do have, it's basically like from their beak all the way down, it's a different color. So it's just a lot smaller. I mean, I guess I could do it again. Yeah, I just don't like wasting fabric like that. See, I could try to sew another piece here and make it go down. I don't know, this probably would have looked a lot better. Well, either way, this is what it's looking like now. I'll probably sew the little snaps down here so that I can actually like close it and won't have to keep like holding it in with my legs. Yeah, I think I'm gonna rest for a little bit. It's nice and soft though. I don't know, what do you think? Is this fine? It just looks so terrible. I sewed it up so bad. And like, I don't mind all of these fuzzy bits being everywhere because the Furby is kind of like fuzzy like that, and they have a lot of little fuzzies everywhere. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what I decide. I'm probably just gonna start editing some videos. Rest. or try to figure out what I'm gonna do for these eyes and the mouth. Yep. Hello, it's been a few days. I did go on a run after I did, the gloves and all of this. I ended up putting an additional piece of fabric, so that excess fabric that I had, I sewed that onto the bottom all the way down. I did hand stitch it. I should have just hand stitched everything from the beginning, from the get-go, but you live and you learn. I feel like that's another motto, we'll see how it goes and you live and you learn. Ow! This guy. Now that we have the base, I need to work on the eyes and the beak and a little emblem or thing that the Furby has up here. So I was thinking about what I could use for the eyeballs, and I originally had thought of some clear ornaments that they disconnect, so you can put little, money or toys, whatever. I thought maybe some of those would be good, and those could be the eyeballs, right? I just create the eyeballs. You can't find those right now. It's September, or at least I can't, and I don't want to buy them off of Amazon because they give you 40 plus, and I didn't want that. The next thing that we were looking for was, all right, what about a frappuccino or something that has that dome-like lid? We could buy 2 of those, my husband and I, and those I'll use for the eyeballs. But we didn't have to do that because we did find at Michael's these eyes. We'll cut this open and see what we can do with them. The other thing I do have to work on is the beak. So I don't have anything that's a half circle either. That would have been another good thing to have that. I did remember that we did go to Michael's a while ago, and they had a $10 clearance box, mystery box of all Christmas things. And in it, they have this, which is ornaments, things that you can make your own ornaments. So I'm going to see if I can cut one of these spheres. Well, I have to see what's in this because I haven't opened it, and maybe we can use that because I'm gonna use what I have around the house. I don't want to keep buying stuff. So let's start opening this up and see how and where everything's gonna fit. I hope that you can see what it's going to look like, because it already kind of looks like a Furby right there, only with creepy eyeballs. This is just a piece of plastic that's connected to some, you see, it's like a dome. You see that? It's a dome that's connected to some cardboard, and that's really what I wanted to do with the other thing. So I'm gonna have to see how to remove this from here and maybe paint this actual cardboard in the Furby eyeballs. This is actually a little cardboard ornament. This is really cute, and it has a line in the middle. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it does have a line in the center that I can just cut, and that will be the mouth. So I'm gonna be working on this, and we'll see how far we get. I used my box cutter to carefully remove this plastic off of this cardboard. You could see that on the plastic, there's still some discoloration. I used nail polish remover to remove that section. I wanted the eyes to be white, so I glued some white paper on the cardboard, but I didn't like how that looked. One of the cardboards was white on the back, the other one had some writing on it, so I decided to just paint the cardboard piece with the writing with white paint, and the other one to start drawing the circles for the iris and the pupil. I grabbed some paint that I had around the house and started drawing them very similar to some Furby eyes. Up next was the mouth. I ended up not painting this and instead started covering this with yellow felt fabric that I had around. I also grabbed a little bit of red fabric so that it'll be the inside of the Furby's mouth. This part was the most difficult part for me, honestly. I glued the plastic dome over my eye, and I grabbed some gray fabric that was different from the colored fabric that I had, the furry one, and cut a full circle. Then I cut that circle in half and made that half circle into the lid of the Furby eye. I grabbed a little bit more of that fuzzy gray fabric that I was using and made that the eyelashes. Once I had all of my pieces together, I started hand sewing this onto the actual one piece, and I was ready for the reveal. And here is the final look. I love it! I kept doubting myself this entire time with the little belly here and even the gloves. You know, they gave me a hard time, but it's still holding on. We're gonna keep it that way. I really, really like how this turned out. I made this section here out of felt and some excess fabric that I had for the eyelids to keep it that same color. And I made a few little ears just by cutting some triangles in the gray color and in the pink color. I've got this little wig here and, you know, did the whole Ash Wednesday look on my head. It's actually supposed to be this exact same little symbol up here, but it just reminds me of Ash Wednesday. But what do you think? How do you like the look? I even got some orange shoes here, very much like Furby. Let me know in the comments if you liked this look or what you would do differently. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to give it a like and consider subscribing to see more videos like this one. If you make a Furby costume, please tag me on Instagram or TikTok. I always love seeing your makes. Please remember to follow Coppertop Ink and me on Instagram so you can see more of our Coppertop Ink costume ball makes. If you'd like to support my channel further, I do have a Ko-fi account where you can provide me a tip. I'll put the link in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Me love you! Oh. That's so creepy.